What's happening, everybody? This is Phil from MDC, and today I got some stuff. Very, very good. I've got some very, very cool stuff to look at. It's going to be a ton of main lines. Got a ton of main lines. Did find some stuff in store. We did get the E-case out finally, and then my local diecast shop, Passion Diecast, they did manage to buy a bit of a collection off of somebody. So I did manage to rummage through it and find a couple of cars that was missing in my collection, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I love when you can run into some older collections and pick out some cars that that are cool and that you want to have for your collection, but didn't get anything really old, but a couple of older 2000 models. Anyways, we've got some stuff to look at, guys. In store, I did manage to find, pretty stoked about this one, to be honest with you. Sorry about that, everybody. It is this set here. Now, I don't know if it's a JDM set, if that's what it's called, or what it is. Anyways, I think it's a JDM set because, as you can see, you do have Nissan, Toyota, Acura, Mazda, and Honda. So, I mean, that's basically the cars we're looking at. So I would imagine it has to be. Hot Wheels has a habit of this. They don't name some of their sets. So, kind of strange, but that's just the way they do it. Anyways, we're starting off with the Toyota 2000 GT. Looking pretty cool in this, very simple livery. Looks very, very nice. Very good to have a nice, clean version of this car. So pretty happy about getting that. And actually, I'm pretty happy about getting this whole set because it does look like a pretty cool set. We have the 91 Mazda MX-5 Miata in this gorgeous blue. Looks pretty cool as well. Love the card art. Really, really cool card art. And the star of this pack for me is definitely this 98 Honda Prelude in this gorgeous red. And it looks like they all have... Do they all have it? No, except one. They kind of have this racing deco look. Okay, this one, the Mazda, they're numbered. The Toyota doesn't have a number, but it kind of has a racing livery on it, sort of. So it's pretty cool. But the one that is missing it is this 90 Acura NSX. Doesn't have any racing livery. So as I said, it's really hard to judge what this set is all about. But I'm going with JDM, okay? And again, the card art just looks amazing. This car looks awesome on this art. Beautiful looking. And a casting we don't see a lot of. Then we have the Fairlady 2000 in this black. And this one looks phenomenal. Really, really looks amazing as well. So pretty cool set that we are going to crack open and take a look at. I did find Mazda Cosmo, regular and super treasure hunt. Very, very cool. I'm a bit iffy on this casting, but we'll open it up and check why. I'll tell you why, but just a little something bothers me about the way they did it. But anyway, we'll check it out. Got the 86 Ford Thunderbird Pro Stock in this beautiful, beautiful blue. I mean, this is another blue color that looks amazing. I was very, very happy about getting this car. I was looking forward to seeing it. Another Challenger, 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger. And yes, I say this all the time. Here we go with another Challenger. Yet, I pick them up all the time because the colors that Hot Wheels puts on them sometimes just makes me say, you know what? I'm going to add it to the collection anyway. And this Mopar green, Hemi green, just looks pretty cool. So I had to bend and pick it up. We've got the McLaren Elva in this gold color. And it's another casting that I've really kind of told myself I was going to stay away from. I'm not crazy about these cars with no windshields, okay? But it just kind of looks cool anyways. In this gold, I said, you know what? Here we go again. Let's pick it up. So I did. So we will crack that open. Finally found the Nissan Skyline GTR R32 Godzilla, and this is a tough one to find. I'm sure you all know that, but it is a very, very tough one to find hanging on the pegs, okay? And I was lucky enough to get one. Did pick up the Automobili Pininfarina Battista, and another one I was kind of contemplating on picking up. I don't know why, but these graphics just, I don't know, they're a little bit different to me. And it actually looks like it might be a problem with this one. I see a bit of paint splatter on the top here, and it looks like it's on the roof. So this one might be a bit messed up. Anyways, we'll see when we get it open. 18 Copo Camaro SS. And it is another casting that I try not to buy too many of because they just make a lot of them. But here we go again. The graphics just look pretty cool on this, and I couldn't resist. I had to pick it up. And it does look nice. In this pearl white, it looks awesome. And last but not least, from Store Finds, we got the 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser in the Tri-5 Terror in yellow. Love this casting. We'll pick it up all the time. And I really like the color on it. Looks amazing. So, those are in store. Let's switch this all over. And I will show you what we got from the... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, from the collection, because even that is. Okay. So, from the collection, I did buy this Bone Shaker for Forza Motorsport. I do collect the Bone Shakers. I do like them. And this is from 2015. So, it's not that old, but it's getting there. These three are pretty cool. Got these blue card. These are from, what year we got here? Okay, it's hard to find the year on this. Where does it say the year? I know I saw it somewhere. I'm not sure. I think it's early 2000s. Can't really find the year on it. But anyways, they're a little bit older, these ones. And I did get this 1985 Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z. And I love this casting. Love the colors on this one. This just looks amazing. Really, really sweet. And has the IROC Z printed right on the front. Love this. And from that set as well, we did get the 1973 Pontiac Firebird in purple. Same card. I'm really surprised about the year though. I can't find the... 2015. This one's written 2015 on it. 2015. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Not bad. And we got this 80s Corvette. Really, really cool. Another casting I collect. Then we have the Custom 62 Chevy pickup. Really awesome. No surfboard. Which is kind of crazy because it's on the Surf's Up series. But they didn't put a surfboard hanging out of it. But anyway, we got that one open. Another bit of a goofy casting, but it is one I collect. And it is the Dodge Viper RT10. And again in this white and blue. Really, really cool. And this is also from 2015. Quite a few from 2015, actually. Here's a couple that go back a little bit earlier. This one's from 2003. And it is the 1969 Chevy pickup. Looking pretty awesome. As you can see, the card is turned yellow. So I can't wait to see how the color on the truck actually is. And it's definitely all graphicked up like they were all back then. But I just thought it was kind of cool. And I do love this casting. So that one to open up. And then we got this Ford F-150 1979. Looks like a really, really cool casting as well. And this one dates back from 1998. Actually, it says 2000 on top, so it was released 2000. Really kind of cool. And then I've got to show you guys this one. Sorry about that. I've always had this Fast and Furious Porsche, okay? Now, I wasn't sure when I was going through that collection if I had it or not. So I did see it in the collection, so I did pick it up. And it's funny how your memory works sometimes, okay? Because I wasn't sure if I had it, so I picked it up anyways, thinking, okay, man, the worst is I'm going to pick up a double. And when I got home, I looked and said, oh, I already have it, okay? But there's a difference. As I looked at the one that I have, and I look at this one here, there is a color variation. And quite a difference in the color, actually. This one here is very light, as to where this one is really dark. I can't wait to get it out of the package, but I'm telling you, this variation is very, very, you can really see it. I mean, it even shows up on camera. So it's funny how you things work out sometimes. Then last but not least, did pick up this 5-pack from the collection, and I'm pretty stoked about that. That is a pretty awesome looking 5-pack. We've got the Firebird, we've got the Ford, we've got the Mustang, we've got the Challenger, and we have the Daytona. That's a pretty solid 5-pack from the Musclemania series back in 2017. And these are all castings I collect. And I don't have any of these variations in my collection. So this is definitely a solid 5-pack. So as you can see, everybody, we've got a ton of stuff to look at. All mainlines, of course, but some pretty cool mainlines to check out. And I say we set up that trusty turntable and let's dig right into this stuff. All right, let's get to it. Okay, everybody, we're going to start off with the in-store finds, okay, from the e-case. And starting off with the Hot Wheels 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser from the Triassic 5. Tri 5 Terror, this one, sorry. In this gorgeous, gorgeous yellow. This is beautiful. Love this casting. And just love the fact that they did it in yellow. Red windows. Now, a lot of people aren't crazy about that, but I do like the red windows on here. I think it looks amazing. I would actually like to see RLC do this car again in yellow. There's the top. Really, really sweet. Love this casting. And yes, I know, everybody's a little tired of seeing it, but I'm just a big fan of it, so very happy to add that one. Next, we have the 2018 Copo Camaro SS in white. And I've always thought Hot Wheels did a great job with this casting as well. Honestly, it's just a beautiful looking casting. And this deco is really cool. But you gotta love Camaros to keep getting these because Hot Wheels does tons of them. And I do love Camaros, so fits good in my collection. Okay, now we're going to open up this guy. And this is the one that I say I think may have a bit of paint problem. Okay, let's check it out and see. Here it is on the top. You can see it. Actually, wow, it just came right off. I don't know what that was. It's like a powder residue or something. Just came right off. Huh, okay. There you are. Automobilia Pininfarina It's strange graphics, but actually kind of look pretty good for this car. Not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. Actually looks all right. I do like this car. Has a bit of a Ferrari look. A bit of a Lotus look. Very, very cool looking car. Okay, next one. Definitely a fan favorite. And definitely a fan favorite of mine as well. And we are talking about the Nissan Skyline GTR R32. Very glad to see this casting come back. Love this casting. It was Legends Tour for 2022. It was a super treasure hunt. And a lot of the older versions of this casting go for quite a bit of money on eBay. I'm very glad to see it come back. Now, of course, we have Godzilla livery on it. But it's a quite beautiful casting. It's a casting that Hot Wheels executed very well. Got rear decals. No front deco, but we got rear deco, which is cool. Metal spoiler. I do love this casting. And I'm sure we're going to see it quite a few times this year. If it's come out this early, I think we're going to get some other decos on it. I hope they're not all Godzilla, but anyway, McLaren Alva in gold. And like I said, this casting, I do like the gold. This is that, like I said, this is the reason I did pick it up, is because of the gold color. It does look kind of cool, okay? Was never really a fan of these rims, so that threw me off on it. And also the fact that there's no windshield. I'm not a fan of cars with no windshields. But it's cool looking. But I will only pick this car up if it comes with really crazy colors. Execution-wise, the execution of the casting is very nice. Has side mirrors. Details are nice. But it's only my pet peeve about the windshield. Okay, next. There's another one. Now, like I always say, I'm not going to pick them up because there's just tons and tons and tons of them. 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger. But I had to pick it up because of the green. I don't know, maybe I'm a sucker for green cars. But this just looks so cool, and it's in this green color with the white lipped wheels. I mean, look at this color. That's just really, really cool. Honestly, it could be as sick as me of Challengers, but I mean, look how awesome that looks. That is gorgeous. I couldn't help but add this to the collection. Just couldn't do it. Hot Wheels gets me again. Every time I say, I'm not going to collect this casting, I'm not going to collect that casting, and then pow, out they come with another pretty wild looking color. Well, Hot Wheels, you're not doing it to me again. That's it. No more 70 Challengers. Next on the list. Love this casting. Love this casting. And this is definitely a gorgeous, gorgeous color for this. Out you come. Now, I believe, if I'm correct, Let me just look before I put my foot in my mouth. This is the third version, right? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. This is the third version of this car. Or maybe not. This is completely different, I think. This one has the see-through scoop, and the other ones have a solid scoop. This is completely different. Wow, this is beautiful. Love this car. Plastic base. Look at the tires. That is amazing. Now this one is screaming to be done in premium. That is really awesome looking. That would be a nice Drag Strip Demons casting. Love that. Look at how the scoop shows the 4-barrel carbs. I mean, that's just beautiful. Really, really, really well done. Okay, everybody. We'll open up the 1968 Mazda Cosmo Sport. Here she is. The regular of the Super. And I'll tell you what I'm not crazy about this car about, okay? I mean, execution of this car is pretty nice. Love the wheels on it. They did a great choice of wheels. Color is amazing. Got detail everywhere. But my one problem with this car, everybody, is the fact, and I don't understand, I'm not 100% sure why Hot Wheels went this way, but they have the plastic here from the base comes up the side here. Now, I know they've done that on a few cars, but this one, it really splits it up, and I don't know. I mean, it should be metal and painted the same as the body because you've just got this huge straight line across here, and I don't know. It doesn't, just looks a little strange for me. I mean, you have a metal body, and it looks like you kind of cheaped out on the metal, and then they put plastic. I'm not sure why. But the car still looks good. But where it affects the most, I believe, is in the Super Treasure Hunt. Okay, because you have this gorgeous Spectra Flame paint. And then you have this big, ugly piece of white plastic. Which I just don't understand why Hot Wheels did that. But anyway, let's open this guy up. And let's check it out. So here you are. You do have the Spectra Flame Burnt Orange. Beautiful wheels. And plastic. I mean, am I wrong? Let me know in the comments, everybody, what you think. Does it work? Or does it just look a little weird? I mean, why give us plastic? I understand the plastic base. We don't see it. But then you got this big ugly piece of white plastic that comes up the side of the car. And I feel it's a little cheap on the Super Treasure Hunt. But that's my opinion. Probably so far is going to be nominated my worst on the Lamley Awards this year, but just because of that plastic. Anyways, guys and girls, Let me know, please, in the comments what you think. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Or does it just not look right? Out of place. Okay, now let's check out this JDM set. Starting here with the Fairlady 2000 in this gorgeous black. And this one is sweet. Honestly, this car done in black looks really, really nice. That is a beauty. Black interior, black body. Datsun written on the front. That is just beautiful. Very well executed. Headlights. Deco everywhere. Did we get rear deco? No, we did not get rear deco. But still. Very, very nicely done. Next one is the Acura 1990 Acura NSX, done in silver. Very, very subtle, very, very clean. No racing livery, just those two tiny little stripes at the bottom. And the rest of the car, super, super clean. This is another car that I believe Hot Wheels has to redo, because these big, huge wheels in the back still look a little weird. Gives it that bit of funky look. I believe in the premiums. Let me just look at my case here quick at the Hondas, Acuras right there. Yeah, the Acuras that they did in the premium, they put the same size wheels, and it changed the whole look of the car. But on the main lines, they're still using these big, big wheels in the back, and, you know, Hot Wheels, you gotta stop. Seriously. You got the means, you got the knowledge, change it. Because you still got that goofy looking casting out of this. And it's too bad, because the Acura NSX is a beautiful looking car. Okay, now, for probably my favorite of the bunch, is the 98 Honda Prelude, done in this beautiful red. And here we are. And we have side mirrors. So, you know, Mattel, you definitely put a plus in my list on that. Look how gorgeous this car is. Black interior, sunroof, clear windows so you can see the inside detail. I mean, just gorgeous. Inserted lights from the windows. That is a gorgeous version of this car. Now, since they have the inserted lights, they didn't have to put tampos, so they used the tampos for the turn signals, which are beautiful. Racing livery. And rear tampos for the lights. I mean, this car is perfectly executed. Just a beauty. Okay, the next one on the list is the Toyota 2000 GT in this yellow. And this is a car that actually Hot Wheels does not do a lot of. Now, well, we've seen it in premium, I believe. Let me look over here. I think we have seen it. Oh, I can't even see. Hold on. I believe we've seen it twice. I think it's been a Super Treasure Hunt. No, 3 times. It's been in Japan Historics. It's been a Super Treasure Hunt. And then I believe it was in a garage set. Not 100% sure, but there was a white version. Anyway, sorry guys, you're looking at a blank turntable. There you go. And that looks pretty nice. The color may be a little bit to be desired for. It's kind of like, I don't know, almost like a weak yellow, a weak banana yellow. But you do have rear deco, which is decent for the tail lights. But we didn't get, well, they're pop-up lights in the front, so they saved on that one. They did put the mirrors on the hood. Inserted lights for the front, which is really, really nice. Part of the windshield. Overall, very nicely done, this casting. The only thing is that color is a little bit to be desired for. It looks alright on camera, but when you get it live, you'll see it's a little bit weird. 91 Mazda MX-5 Miata in blue. Here she is. Very nicely done. Very well executed as well. Popped up lights in the front, so we don't have to worry about putting tampos there. They can put them on the turn signals, which they did. Chose these gray 10 spokes, which suit pretty good on this blue color. Plate pushed to the left side. That's cool. Very well executed, this Mazda. Very well executed. Looks good. Okay, so that's it for the in-store finds, everybody. We're 30 minutes into the video. Sorry if I'm taking too long, guys, but let's crack open these older ones and check out what I did find. You know what? We're going to start off with this guy right here, okay? There's my Porsche that I had from the Fast and Furious Fast 5, okay, from this set. Let's check out how much of a difference there is in the color. Just to show you guys, I mean, that is an insane color difference. Now, some people could say, oh, well, maybe they just used a little less on this one and not on that one. But no way. This is a complete color difference. Even the spoiler, which is plastic, is a different color. Now, it's guaranteed that they used a completely different color on that Porsche. That is crazy. And also, come to look at it, even the emblem in the front is done differently. One is bigger than the other. Now that is really, really crazy. The dates, 1998, the base is different, guys. Check that out. Even the base is different. This is a completely different variation. You see that? Now, I didn't know that they had two variations of this car for the Fast and Furious. But there you have it. So always follow your gut, guys, when you're picking up a car. Even if you think you have it already, grab it just in case. Next one, Bone Shaker from the Forza Motorsport set. And wow, that one came clean off. That came pretty clean off, that. And it is another Bone Shaker, but this one has the roof, and it's pretty cool looking. I do like that Bone Shaker. Next, we have IROC Camaro Z 1985 from this card. And I'm stoked about this car. Love the colors, white and blue. Another one that just ripped clean off. Look at that. Ripped clean off the package. Off to the side you go. And here she is. Really, really beautiful. Really, really nicely done. Love the way they put the IROC Z on the front. Can I get? There you are. That is just beautiful. Love this color deco combination. And I believe these have metal bases because it's heavy as heck. Yeah, they have metal bases. Beautiful. Very heavy casting. Loving this one. This is beautiful. The next one is 1973 Pontiac Firebird from the same set. Wow, this one got the plastic base treatment. Wow. Okay. I figured they were all metal base, but no. Gorgeous purple. Love this casting. Always like this casting. But it did get the plastic base, which is a bit surprising. I figure they would have done them all metal, but no. That is a beauty. Really cool color. Next, we have the 1980s Corvette. Let's see if this one got a metal base. Oh yeah, heavy casting. This one got a metal base. It's funny that the Pontiac didn't. This is beautiful. This is real retro. Looks really cool. And solid metal base. Love this casting. This is so cool. Okay. Custom 62 Chevy pickup done in Surf's Up with no surfboard. And here she is. Long boards written on the side with a really short board on the inside. Actually, it looks like half a board. Looks like it's been bitten by a shark, guys. That's why it's not sticking out of the back. Man, that's crazy. I never noticed that before. I wonder if they're all like that. I gotta check my other trucks. Bitten by a shark, everybody. That's why it doesn't hang out the back. Huh. White and blue again. Tampo work. Love the pipes on this truck. Love the way they stick out of the side. Another casting I'm really stoked on. I love this casting. I think they did an amazing job, Hot Wheels. The way the front just drags on the floor. Just amazing. This truck sits so awesome. Waiting for an RLC version of this one, I believe, eh? We've had it in premium quite often. Never made it to RLC, though. Gorgeous. Loving it. Okay. Goofy casting. Dodge Viper. But it is a casting I collect. And I do like the tampos. Again, with the blue and white. Seems to be a thing today. Really cool. Decos just, sometimes they make or break a car. And these decos I think are really cool. I think it looks really nice on this car. A white and blue match just seemed to sit pretty well. Okay, now we've got the two older ones and the 5-pack left, guys. Okay, so let's crack open this guy here from 2003. 2003, and it is the Chevy pickup. Wow, oh boy, this one is really, the paper was really baked on. This is the one with the yellow blister, and I wanted to see how well the paint was preserved, but looks pretty cool. There we are. Can't read that. Monos something or other, I'm not really sure. I think it's, well, by the livery, it's kind of maybe Peruvian or Mexican, Spanish something. Beautiful green, metallic, and it's just an overall cool looking truck. I love this truck. Love the way the Hot Wheels did it. The front end is amazing. Just a big fan of this casting. Now, back in the 80s and 90s, Hot Wheels put really, really crazy graphics over everything. But it's another era of Hot Wheels. So if you ask whether I like it or not, I have to like it because it's just an era. And I like all the eras of Hot Wheels. And this one looks really cool, in my opinion. Anyways, next in line is this pretty cool looking F-150 1979. Nice casting. Probably the only one of this truck I have in my collection of this era. I mean, I do have F-150s, but not this model. And this is a beast of a model, everybody. It is big. I mean, it is a huge, huge casting. Put it up against, let's say, the Triassic, you'll see. Okay? I mean, the truck is huge. And it is a really, really cool looking casting. I mean, very well executed. The front looks amazing. Well, the back, it looks like the back actually opens. Oh no, the back is one solid plastic piece with this, which is kind of funky. Maybe it does come off, I don't know. It does have a plastic base, nothing on it. But nevertheless, big truck. Okay, last on the list is this 5-pack, everyone. So let's destroy this 5-pack open. And take a look at these guys. And like I said, this is what, 2017 as well? Yeah, 2017. Starting with Dodge Daytona. And very, very heavy casting. This one is super, super heavy. Sitting on a plastic base, and it's still extremely heavy. And it is also a very, very large casting. I mean, just to show you, I'm going to put it up against the truck, and you can see. In lengthwise, they're even. Very, very big. Large casting. But very cool in blue. Looks nice. Then we have the 2018 Challenger, I believe. 2008 Challenger. On 5 stars. And it just looks like your basic Challenger, but still pretty cool. Next one is Mustang. In this kind of strange looking green with these red wheels. Very strange looking green. Actually, this green I'm not really that crazy about. Kind of looks like a booger green. This casting is from when? Made in Indonesia. Okay, it doesn't have a date though. But it's one of the earlier Mustang castings when they changed to this body style. I think it's one of the first castings. But anyway, bit to be desired for. This one I'm very stoked about. This is the reason I bought this 5-pack, was honestly for these last 2 cars. And I'll be honest with you, this Ford Torino 1970 just looks beautiful. Look how low it sits. I mean, that is just so cool looking. And it's a bit of a metallic flake orange with that lowrider vibe. Doesn't sit high like the other ones did. This one is just sitting pretty. And look at this orange. Really, really nice. Looks beautiful. Last on the list is another Pontiac Firebird. And I love this casting. You know that. I just told you about that. And this one looks cool. Very retro. Very 80s. Or even 70s. 70s, they put those graphics on as well. That's a good looking one. So there you have it, everybody. That's my video for today. Please, if you enjoyed this video, guys, please smash that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you thought of these cars. Especially, I want to hear your opinions on the Mazda Cosmo, guys. Okay? Let me know what you think. Until next time, be safe, be well. Happy hunting, everybody. Ciao.